Thanks for joining me for this gentle and restorative practice. This practice is for all the caregivers. Celebration of Mother's Day, but for all caregivers, whoever you're caring for in this time. As Buddha says, you cannot pour from an empty cup. So caregivers tend to give an awful lot, and it's time to replenish, to fill your cup, to connect in and to replenish physically, mentally and emotionally. So we'll take a gentle restorative yoga practice, a little bit of gentle movements, and then a meditation. Of course, do what feels right for your body. Look after yourself. So have some blankets or cushions, pillows with you for this practice. So I've got a blanket here. I've also got a yoga bolster. If you don't have a yoga bolster, that's absolutely fine. Some firm cushions and pillows, or you can roll up some blankets and use them. And you can use your stacked blankets to sit on. We're going to start sitting. So take a comfortable seat. And if you'd prefer, you can, of course, sit on a stool or a chair if that's more comfortable. And bring the shoulders up to the ears and relax the shoulders down. Let the spine lengthen. Feel yourself taking a really nice, balanced, comfortable seat where we're not sitting too much on one side, leaning too forwards or slumping too far back. The spine is tall and self-supporting, shoulders relaxed and down. Closing the eyes and giving yourself this time to come inwards. Time to connect back into you. To connect back into your essential nature. And to take this time as a radical act of self-care. So it's important to look after ourselves as caregivers. We often place ourselves last in the line, but really everything around us will crumble if we're not at our best. We have more to give when we are replenished. So breathing nice and slow and deep down into the belly and all the way out again. So we start by feeling connected down to the earth, feeling grounded, supported, connecting back to Mother Earth. Breathing beautifully, smoothly, and deeply down into the belly. Turning your gaze, your attention to your breath. You might notice as you do this the tendency of the mind to want to pull you away into some thinking, planning what you need to do next. Rather than pushing that away, resisting or being frustrated with the nature of the mind. Just gently turn your attention back to the breath. You can deal with all of that later, but right now you're breathing in, you're breathing out, and breathing in and breathing out. Taking these smooth breaths. we'll blink open the eyes. Let the hands reach out to the sides, gently flowing up. Turning the palms out and flowing back down again. So relax through the neck and the shoulders. 2 more times, reaching up tall. And exhaling, let the arms float back down. We'll take one more inhale up. And this time, as we exhale, we'll bring the right hand onto the left knee and the left hand behind, taking a gentle twist. Turning the body so tall through the spine. Turning the heart to the left. And bring yourself back to center. Inhale the hands back up again. As you exhale, left hand to the right knee, right hand behind, twisting. And bringing yourself back to center. We'll bring the left hand down to the floor, taking the right arm up and over. Lovely big side bend here. Lengthen through the sides of the waist. Push into the left hand, bringing yourself back up again, and take the right hand to the floor. Side bending, left arm stretching. Coming into the body. Let the movements be slow. Inhaling up. So we're not taking the movements for movement's sake. It's a way of bringing the mind back into the body. We're going to come over to hands and knees. So if you want to use your blanket underneath the knees to look after the knees, that's a really nice option. And we take these slow, mindful movements as a way of connecting back to the body and of bringing the mind back into the body in the present moment. So bring the navel in towards the spine, rounding the back, look towards the navel in our cat pose. Then tilting the hips, tailbone up, heart shines forwards, coming into cow. So moving, exhaling, rounding the breath, sucking the belly in. Inhaling, letting the heart shine forwards, tilting the tailbone up. One more time each way, sucking the navel in towards the spine, rounding the back. Then letting the heart shine forwards and lifting the head back up into our cow. And we'll come back to a nice neutral spine here. From our neutral spine, we're going to come up to high kneeling and we'll bring ourselves all the way up to standing. So coming all the way up, we'll take some movements here to help ground ourselves. So we can often be really stuck, caught up in the head, all this energy in the head, and we're thinking and problem solving and helping everybody else. We want to come back to the present moment, back to the body. So feet a little bit wider than hip distance, soft through the knees. Again, we'll inhale the hands all the way up. Looking up if that's comfortable, turn the palms out and exhale the hands all the way out again. Inhale the arms all the way up. And exhale the hands all the way back out. Feel strong and steady here. One more time, inhale the arms up. Leave the right arm up, left hand down the side of the left leg, taking the side bend, getting more of a side stretch this time into the side of the hip. Then we'll lift up, bring that left arm up and right arm down the outside of the right leg, stretching over, getting more into the side of the hip here. Reaching all the way up, and we'll bring the hands down. Let the feet be a little bit wider. Knees turn out. So we'll do some strong work for the legs to help us to connect down to the earth and feel grounded. So breathing in, take the arms up. And as you breathe out, hands together, bend the knees. Lift through the pelvic floor so we feel strong. Steady and grounded goddess pose here with the legs. So feel like a strong goddess. Inhale the hands up, lifting up tall through the sides of the body. Hands to the heart, bending the knees. Sinking down into your goddess pose. So you want your knees to travel in the same direction as your toes. That way you're looking after the knees. Inhale the hands up. Last time, bring the hands to the heart into your goddess pose. Keep lifting through the pelvic floor so we're strong and we're not losing all our energy. Bring the hands to the thighs. If this is feeling too strong, you can do this standing up, hands on the hips instead. We'll drop the right shoulder in, look over the left shoulder. Twisting the upper body. Come back to center and drop the left shoulder in, looking over the right. Bring yourself back to center, rise back up again, straighten the legs, give the legs some relief. Bring the hands to the heart, turn the toes to face forward, step in slightly. I'm going to gather a little bit of the earth's energy as we move the spine. So reach up nice and tall. And then exhale, let the arms open out to the side, start to bend the knees, sink down as if you're gathering up earth's energy. Reach up tall, showering yourself with that energy as you open out. Bend the knees, coming down. Let energy flow through the body here, reaching up. So we want to get the legs moving, the spine moving, opening out. We'll take one more, bending the knees, coming down, scooping up the earth's energy, reaching up, stay tall. Let the arms just open out to the sides. Lovely. Bring the hands to the heart, standing here. So finding some balance. We'll bring the feet more or less together and press down through the right foot. So close the eyes and feel that the sole of that foot is steady and strong, connected down to the earth, a sense of being supported. Bend the left knee, and take the left knee out to the side, coming into your tree. If you want to float the foot up to the inside of the leg, you can. Just give yourself this time to feel strong, grounded, steady, centered. Rather than our energy off in all different directions. Bring your energy in. Bring the knee forwards, releasing down. Maybe give the legs a little shake. And standing on the left foot, feeling how that left foot's grounded, maybe even closing the eyes and bringing your attention all the way down into that foot. Bend the right knee and turn the right knee out to the side. If you want to, you can bring that foot to the inside of the leg, just above or below the knee, just not on the knee. Relaxing the shoulders down, steady through the standing leg, lifting through the heart. And then we'll let the knee come forwards, release down. Nice and gently, let the backs of the hands lead the way, float the arms up. And let the hands come back down through center. So this movement here is helping to bring our energy back into center so we feel more balanced, more grounded, rather than our energy leaking out in all different directions and then we feel depleted. So we're going to inhale the hands all the way up. This time bring the hands down through the center, tuck the chin, roll down, bend the knees, bend the hips, rolling down into a forward fold. Bend the knees as much as you need to so that the fingertips can make it to the floor. And then we'll step into our hands and knees again. And if you want to use your blanket under the knees, so we're going to thread the needle here, take a twist through the upper back. You might want something to rest the head on if you want to look after the neck. So left hand stays on the floor, bend the right elbow up to the sky, turning the heart to the right. Maybe the arm straightens, but it doesn't matter if it doesn't. And then we'll bring the back of the right hand behind, sliding along the floor behind the left wrist, so that the right shoulder comes to the floor or to your cushions. So if you're looking after your neck, your head might come to the cushions here. So twisting through the upper body. Nice, lovely twist here. And that left hand can do what you want. So it can stay here supporting you, twisting you. Or you can take the arm forwards. All around the body. Just whatever feels right for you. Breathing into the back of the body. So breathe into the back of the shoulders. Creating space between the right shoulder blade and the spine. So maybe take the breath here and breathe here. We'll take one more full breath in. Full breath out. Slide the left hand beside the face. Push into that hand. And we'll take the right elbow back up to the sky. If it feels okay to straighten the arm, straighten it. But if it doesn't, keep it bent. And bring the right hand down. And we'll take it to the other side. So left elbow lifting or straightening the arm up. Threading the needle so that the back of the hand slides along the floor behind the right wrist. And the left side of the head comes to the floor. Or to your cushions. Turning the body. Twisting through the upper back. So that we feel a little bit more open in the back of the heart. So here we want to strengthen our ability to receive energy, not just to give it. So we want to breathe into the back of the heart space. We give our energy through the front of the body and receive energy through the back of the body. Breathing beautifully. One more full breath in here. Full breath out. Right hand back beside the face to press into the hand. Left elbow lifting, straightening the arm if that's good for your body. And then bring yourself back to hands and knees. So from here we're going to come down to lying down and come into Sphinx. So we can move the blanket out of the way if you want to. And come all the way onto the belly. Bring the elbows either underneath the shoulders or forwards of the shoulders if the lower back feels a bit compressed and a bit tight. So wherever you want to be, we want to tone here the lower back. So press the pubic bone into the floor, so the glutes are active, pushing the pubic bone, the front of the hips into the floor. And there's a little lift in the low belly, so we're not sinking down through that low belly, we're not sinking into the shoulders, but we're pressing into the elbows, lifting the low belly away from the floor and feeling strong and steady here. So breathing beautifully all the way down the back of the body, letting the front of the shoulders and the heart feel a little bit more open while strengthening the back of the body. And if it feels okay for the neck, we'll start just to turn the head. So looking over one shoulder and then the other. So turning the head side to side, release any tension in the neck. And we'll take a full breath in here. Cleansing breath out. Just releasing and coming down to the floor. Stack the hands one on top of the other and let the hips have a little rock from side to side. So release the lower back a little bit. We'll bring the hands underneath the shoulders, take it to hands and knees. Take some movements here that feel good for the lower back. So I like side cat, squeezing the left shoulder towards the left hip, looking over the left shoulder. So we squeeze the left side, lengthen the right. And then we take it over to the other side, squeeze the right side, lengthen the left. So we'll take one more to each side, swapping over, maybe taking some cat poses here, lengthen the back of the body, push the floor away. And we'll come into child's pose. So a nice calming pose. Bring the big toes together and the knees out wide. If you're looking after your knees, not only can you have a blanket underneath the knees, but you could have cushions or a blanket behind the knees to sit on to support the hips. And you can also have some cushions to rest the body on. So our child's pose is a very soothing pose for the nervous system. We come in on ourselves. And if you're using any props, you might want to turn the head. If you're not, you might want your forehead to come to the floor. And we rest here, feeling that we're just letting the earth support us. Breathing easily. Lengthening through the back of the body. Taking the breath all the way down to the base of the spine. Letting that breath flush through the spine, back up again. So breathing in down to the base of the spine. Breathing out, energy flushing back up the spine. Taking these soothing breaths. Three more breaths here. And we'll use the hands to come back up again. I'm going to come onto the back. So we'll want to have your cushions, pillows convenient for you when you come onto your back. And we'll bend the knees, have the feet on the floor, and have the feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Arms out to the sides, palms facing up, so nice and wide through the feet and the knees. And we'll windscreen wipe the legs just to release the back and the hips. So let the knees just flop to one side, head rolls in the opposite direction. Lifting the knees up and taking it over to the other side. One more to each side, releasing, relaxing the shoulders down. Turning the head. Bringing the knees back up again. So walk the feet in so they're about hip distance apart, toes facing forwards, and you want the heels just about close enough that you could reach down and brush them just ever so slightly with the fingers. We'll take some moving bridges here. If that's not comfortable for the shoulders, keep the arms still by the sides. So press the lower back into the floor, pressing into the feet when you're ready with the inhale, lifting the hips, lifting the arms and taking the arms up and overhead. Exhaling, rolling back down, vertebra by vertebra, nice and slow, mindful movement. So we'll take two more. Rolling up, lifting the hips up, pressing into the feet. Exhaling, rolling all the way back down again. Last one. Letting the hips lift, arms coming overhead and rolling back down. Relaxing the shoulders. We'll lengthen out the legs, lengthen out the arms overhead. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. One more, breathing in and breathing out. We're going to come into our relaxation here. So you might want to use some cushions underneath the knees, underneath the legs. Helps to support the lower back, to have something underneath the legs. And you may want a blanket over the body so you can feel relaxed, even tuck yourself in a little bit. Let the palms face up so that you can really relax the shoulders. And let the eyes close. Relax the body down. Come back to the breathing. Notice the belly gently rising and falling. The breath easily flowing in and out of the body. And feel the back of the head heavy against the floor. Completely relaxed and heavy. The backs of the shoulders, the arms, the backs of the hands, heavy and resting. The upper back, middle back, and lower back, relaxing, completely supported by the earth. The backs of the hips, the legs, the heels of the feet. Heavy and relaxing. Feeling the whole back of the body relaxing. And feeling the earth rising up to meet you and support you. You can completely relax. And let the face relax, the forehead broaden, the eyes soft in the orbits, the jaw relaxed and the tongue heavy, the face feeling light and relaxed. The fronts of the shoulders and of the chest broad. The inner arms, hands and fingers relaxed and feeling light and expansive. Belly, front of the hips and pelvis. Light and expansive, completely relaxed. And the fronts of the thighs, shins, tops of the feet. All beautifully light, relaxed, expansive. Your body completely resting. The body resting in stillness. The back of the body completely supported by the earth. The front of the body relaxed, light, expansive. And feeling the breath. If you notice any tension in the body, in the mind, sweep that tension into the heart and let it dissolve down into the earth. Any difficult feelings, thoughts, emotions, tension in the body, sweep it into the loving heart and allow that to dissolve down into the earth. Feel how the earth is there for you. It's completely supporting you. And that you are drawing up the earth's nourishing energy into the whole of your being. That you can release and dissolve tension into the earth. And absorb healing, nurturing, nourishing energy from the earth. And take this time in stillness and in quiet to listen in to the heart. and listen in to what's most important to you. And allow the breath to begin to deepen. Wriggling the fingers and the toes. Taking a stretch out if that feels good, or maybe you want to hug the knees into the chest. And we'll bend the knees, rolling over onto your side. And using the hands to help push you back up to a seated position. Coming up to sit with the spine tall. If you want to sit on your blanket or any cushions, to sit a little bit tall and release the low back a little bit. Let the shoulders relax down. And to smooth out the energy of the body, we take a lovely, easy energy healing practice. So just bring the fingertips, all the fingertips, to the center of the forehead. Press in a little bit here, a little bit of pressure. Breathing in. And as you breathe out, pull the fingers away. Pull them down into the temples and give the temples a little circle. So bring the fingertips back to the center of the forehead, breathing in. Breathing out, pull the fingertips away. Give the temples a massage. And then this time we're going to bring the fingertips to the crown, top of the head. Breathing in. And as you breathe out, pull the fingertips away and take the hands down the back of the head, all the way down to the back of the neck. Press the fingertips into the back of the neck and let the elbows hang down. Push those fingertips into the back of the neck. So this is a really great technique if you're feeling a lot of tension and you're feeling particularly tight in the shoulders. So breathing in. And as you breathe out, let the hands come down through the heart, backs of the hands together. Let the hands just flick that energy away. Bring the fingertips to the crown of the head, pull down to the back of the neck, elbows down, breathing in. And as you breathe out, hands down, flick away. And bring the hands to the heart. I'd like to finish with a little reading from a blessing card. A blessed season. Each season of your life is a gathering of precious moments. Each one has its purpose, unique beauty, challenges, and blessings. Everything is always unfolding in accordance with the divine will of your soul. All is a blessing and forever blessed. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.